bastards. Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big up Skeeter Cat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pose and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pose and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions side with tips. If you can, just saying, you know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever, that helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off, the tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. American Whoa. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay? They're flying around. Things are breaking down, parts are wearing out. We're a one-stop shop for helicopters. So I was told, we see potential for you. You're better than just working customer support. Revamp the business from ground up. You can map it out and find bottlenecks and find shortcomings and find helicopters so that our company runs more efficiently. Okay? So I busted my ass. I worked my ass off. I did double work, never got paid for it. And you say, oh, it's part of the process, man. It's just part of corporate America. Fuck you. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. Gone forever. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big ups to your dad. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peeling comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of the
That being said, hello, this is Phil Burnell, all right? And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Ski to the dead. Psychological style host. Get well soon, man. Me or Cat. Artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Got a new hat. I think I just spoiled it, though. We got a new hat sent. New hat. Big ups to whoever sent this. This is an anonymous style sent to the post office box, and I was extremely excited to get it. Let me tell you. Chu was like, why are you so excited? I was like, well, how can I not be? I can fully support my favorite country in the world and yours, Argentina. Big ups, man. Whoever sent this, anonymous style, big ups, dude. You're a legend.
Unbelievable.
I love it. This is a treasure for me. You know it, man. But anyways, we are here. It is time for action. Business style announcements. Meerkat's out, but we have business style announcements from Samuel today. Dentist style announcements. Go ahead.
Yes. Just one, I think, this week. One from me anyway. Just to remind everyone that it's the King of the Ring competition at the start of next month. We want your submissions in by the 29th of February, I think we said.
Yes.
Yeah. So you got a parody song or an original song, as long as it's about DSP or something to do with DSP's worlds.
Yeah.
You've got a minute and a half to do it in. And please make a lyric video for it if you are at all capable. If not, at least supply ALT with the lyrics. And he'll be happy because he put himself under a lot of pressure last time. So, yes. Thank you.
The King of the Ring last year gave us the amount of songs needed for WPIG to start. So
that's true. Yeah.
Boost. Yeah. And this year I'm hoping for more. But so far it's crazy. And think about this, guys. Darkside Drill has been on. I mean, he's trying to go for the Hall of Fame right now with all the submissions of songs coming out in the last month. He's like 4 or 5 or whatever. And he has already submitted his song, and the top of the top is coming out for Kaching. Obviously, we haven't heard it, but you have to think this one has to be the best, right? Saving it for the Kaching. It's going to be incredible. So, yeah,
you'd imagine
3 more weeks. Go ahead, Sam.
You'd imagine it'd be a good one. Maybe they've just given us the barrel scrapings, though. You never know.
It could be. Well, if he wants to win. We didn't talk about the prize yet. We didn't even talk about it amongst ourselves yet. So we'll decide the prize. It'll be hyped in some way. Well, even though the biggest prize, as Lemtex will tell you, is this changing your life. I mean, you're basically set for life. I mean, right? Kaching of the Ring. I mean,
yeah.
What else do you need? But we'll give you something. We'll give you something for that.
Is yours done? Have you got yours done yet?
No.
Not that we enter. We're we just make it for the fun of it. But
interlude style songs. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm gonna have two. I got two in my head I can't get rid of. So I don't make songs that much anymore, Sam. Please.
No,
I used to be every week style. No, I'm kind of.
Mine's once a year if you're lucky.
Yeah.
You might be lucky. I'm potentially as of maybe this week doing some sort of hype collaboration.
Ooh.
But we'll see, because we haven't really started working on it yet. But yeah, from the small thing that I've heard, it's pretty fucking good. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Getting hype. Get the hype rising. Speaking of hype, this weekend is Philly Boys Super Bowl party that has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. And so for that, we're gonna do a little mini thing here. So Samuel, could you ask the question of the chat in the question tab?
Ooh.
Don't do it yet. Well, don't do it yet. Let's give what we're gonna do is using the powers of AI. If you could show mine, please, the example, Sam, that will help me explain this better.
Yes, I can. Here it is.
So what we're gonna do as a foursome is all of us are gonna create two teams. And as you see, there's a logo there. That's mine. This is just a sample. You can't steal this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask you guys today to give us kind of team names, a city and team. So remember, but the city is very loose, right? So like you see me, I said gated community. You could say anything you want, location and team name. All right. Then we're going to get that list of all the ones you guys submitted. And then all of us are going to choose one chat submitted one and then make one of our own. So we're going to have basically 8 teams. And then we're going to make it like everyone vote on who's going to win. And you won't know who's anyone is. So like we're just going to anonymous style, drop in the teams, and then chat votes on like kind of, tournament style, like a bracket style to who gets first place. And the winner will be on a t-shirt or some other kind of merchandise style thing that we will put out there. So we won't know whose it is. It's going to be could be Meerkat, could be mine, could be Sam's, could be Steve's. It's going to be there. Do it in the question tab, though. So don't start it now. These don't count yet because I got to record them all. So, Sam, could you please put the question, what's your team name, I guess? March Madness style is correct, Fate. Yes. Renton Raccoons. So Renton Rentons, Colorado. Anything is fine in the world. You know what we're looking for.
Okay. So
yeah,
what's your DSP style sports team name or something? Yeah.
Yes, and you could anonymous fish. You guys can go nuts in there. Do as many submissions as you want, of course. And we're gonna look at that whole list, and all of us are gonna choose one of those. And again, then we gotta make a personal one, and we're gonna see who's gonna win. That should be Sunday. So put that in the Q&A tab. If it's not there, it doesn't count. Samuel, you gotta remember not to close that shit though.
I'll try.
Don't close it early, and then we don't have them, and it will be a nightmare. People will revolt.
Yeah, well, it's happened before, at least maybe twice. So.
Yes. Okay, and last week we didn't do any messages at all, so I promise we're going to do a fuck ton of messages tonight. I promise it. But first, not to go down too far of a field trip, Sammy, could you please play I Get Laid by My Wife? Because I think we all need to just hear it one more time. We all need to hear it one more time.
Yeah. I don't know if I've heard this yet, so
mama.
Let's give this a play.
Snort. I got the drip. Go.
So who should I tell to get out of the party now? Lazelle just temporarily?
Greeting.
Wait, what? Continue? What the fuck?
I have a confession.
What was that?
I was too hasty to judge you.
Uh-oh.
I thought
You're
you
revealing.
Were gutless, unimpressively bland.
I think the game glitched.
Oh, did it? Trying to talk about anything else.
And I thought you cruel, stubborn, and judgmental.
Yes, all that is true.
It's covered in blood.
I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed.
Uh-oh.
I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect.
Okay.
And more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat. And my
This is so
hair
creepy.
stand on end.
Come on,
why
Phil.
are you such a prickly grouch?
He always
Let's
chooses
say
the
that.
worst option.
Why are you such a prickly
It
grouch?
has to be.
If you must know, Vlakith requires everything of her children.
I think this is reminding him of
I
Leanna,
can't count
personally.
how many birds inflicted.
She was like
Can't
this.
measure how much blood I've drawn in the undying queen's name. I know only blood red and death black.
All the insulting
mind
is kind of
is
making her
silver,
hotter, you know?
and
It's
my
like, oh, this
body
guy's tough to
steel.
get. I like
am
it.
what I must be. Say what I must be. To survive every beast I face and every wound I
Why is it that I never have blood on me, but she's covered in blood?
Enough talk.
Great point. Very relevant.
I
Thank
will
you.
be plain.
Please continue
Oh,
with the insanely
Phil.
relevant points.
Perhaps tonight. Perhaps later.
It's like,
But I want it all the same.
why is she so fucking
Do
weird?
you?
Yeah. She wants sexual intercourse. That is weird.
Who
With
wrote
women
this
you dealt with.
dialogue? Who wrote this fucking
Go
dialogue?
ahead. You can pause it. Wait. Go
This is
ahead.
written by like a.
I mean, yeah, she's coming on strong, but there's nothing weird about this, Phil.
Well, if you've never had a woman in your life ever want to do something with you of any kind, it is weird though, you know.
Oh, it's a bit weird. Yeah, yeah.
If you've
If
never
you-
had it happen ever, it
Yeah.
feels weird. Also, it's a video game, which I think is important to remember.
I feel
We're
like
just kind
we're getting to a big climax here involving
Oh,
him.
yeah, we are.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's find out.
A fucking 15-year-old.
A
No.
15-year-old. 15-year-old.
Yes,
Yep.
I fear.
No.
One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt.
No.
Never felt that.
Oh,
You
he's so
wish you could
uncomfortable.
return
This is the
to
problem. The
this
dialogue's
last
terrible. Like, do you really
Is
think that's
it?
how she would have reacted?
Yes.
Well, just immediately.
She's
just
a
like,
horny
oh, well, I give
magical
up.
creature.
Right? No.
Here we go. Here
The
we go.
dialogue is bad. I'm sorry. Like, that kind of dialogue is so
Oh,
bad.
fuck off.
It doesn't feel organic or real. It just feels like some fucking horny nerd wrote that scene because they wanted to have fan service for people who are also horny nerds.
Horny nerd.
Get a better writer to write those scenes and maybe someone would be interested. I don't want to see what a horny nerd thinks of this relationship. Sorry. Sorry.
Anything else you want to say?
Anyway,
Is it-
let's continue, shall we? All right. Let's have our full
I'm
rest.
assuming he addresses the. Someone must question this.
Oh, definitely. Don't worry.
Come on.
He is the reason he doesn't care about it.
Come on,
Someone just
somebody.
said I'm a nerd. Or,
There
excuse
we
me, I'm
go.
a prude. No, I'm not a
Yes.
prude. I'm just not a horny nerd. You understand? Like, I actually get laid by my wife. I don't longer have horny nerd fake romance in this game.
Yeah.
You get it?
Hell yeah.
So there you go. Oh, look, Scratch has something for me.
I love the ending. Oh, look, Scratch has something for me.
I got the drip.
Anything else to get me out of the situation I'm uncomfortable in. That's the best.
Oh, fuck
And
me,
who on earth says I get laid by my wife?
The same sort of people that say they have a girlfriend in Canada, I think.
She
You know,
goes to a
those
different
kind of
school. I had
Yeah,
a
well, one
girlfriend
of
too. She
them.
goes to a different school.
people. Yeah.
That
Man.
is the best. I get laid by my wife. Great.
Somebody, it was a little while ago, that someone said we need Steve to analyze this, and I agree. It's always been one of my the things about him that I find most fascinating is this weird relationship with intimacy and sex, basically. And
Yep.
I remember leaving him a comment on one of his earlier videos saying, I'd love to see you do some sort of, elaborate breakdown on all this because it's just so fascinating. It's on top of everything else. You've got this very strange, I don't know what you'd call it. It's uncomfortableness with human relationships. I don't know.
But the best part is, if it's two dudes, he'd be cracking up,
Yeah.
losing his mind. That shows you it affects him. In a way, he does. It makes him uncomfortable. But what makes you uncomfortable is things you haven't experienced yourself. I mean, not even that, because when I didn't experience anything, I was still pretty excited for it. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I want to do it. I'll tell you that. I want to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not real life. It's escapism, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
some sort of, I don't know. It's like I don't know what you'd call it. It's like it's part of the reason we play games, I guess. It's just that kind of escapist thing, and if we're gonna, it's like a role play kind of thing, isn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Even if you're married with a family, with a cat and everything, you can still go and play a video game where you have a virtual girlfriend. I think that's okay.
I do think that's okay. You asked about Steve. He does have a video for this exact thing, but I think we're going to go to the messages and someone else will bring it up again. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, and then we can play it. So real quick, let's get to a few shout-outs here. We got Logan in the house says, the only person who says, I get laid by my wife is someone who doesn't get laid by their wife. And yes, right on the money. Yes. Free Ice Cream says, over under a number of players he knows in the sim. Oh, yeah, this Saturday or Sunday, whatever the fuck. I think he's doing Saturday weirdly, right? Because it's not even doing it on the day of the Super Bowl, which is
I believe
smart.
So. Yeah. I mean,
that's good for us, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. At least he's playing he's simming a football game, isn't he? So that's something.
I think he'll know Patrick Mahomes, end of list, personally. I mean, what else could it be? The main player in one of the teams, and that's it, I bet.
It's one more than I know, to be fair.
Okay, there you go.
Unless, is it Brady, whatever his name is?
Brady's
Tom Brady.
Out. Brady's gone now, yeah. He'll probably still take Tom Brady, though, yeah.
Yeah.
Big ups to Lyrical Thesis. Thoughts on a Ka-Ching song, Willy Wonka, Pure Pigmentation.
Like
The foundation already needs some variation, I guess. Okay, so yeah, I'm down. That sounds good to me.
Has anyone ever done Call Me Maybe? I'm sure that's got to have been done. Okay, because it was on in the office today, and I was thinking, tip me maybe, something like that. I'm sure, it writes itself, doesn't it? Anyway.
You think, yeah. Michael Solo in the house says, the cat struggled to identify one quality she likes about Dave. No way my life touches this goblin. Absolutely. Remember? What's one quality you like about me, honey? And she just tried to giggle it off.
Funny?
Like the inflection was so high. You couldn't ask even more. Funny?
Oh, I have the sound clip here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's revisit it. Go on. Yeah. Here we are.
This is up to you if you want to answer this or not. Dan did a super chat saying, what is your favorite quality about DSP? First of all, you can call me Phil. My name is Phil.
Oh, yeah.
DSP.
Yeah, embarrassed about DSP?
A real stream of the two of us.
Forgot about that.
You can call me Phil.
Okay.
Do you have any favorite qualities about me that you like to share? If not, you don't have to. Attend. This is, no pressure here or anything. Okay? No. Funny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny?
You think I'm funny? That's good. That's good, right? Okay.
Brilliant.
That's good, right? Yeah. So, by the way, she should be there for the Valentine's Day stream. So obviously, I'll be streaming that. Of course, I got to stream that one for the Wednesday Valentine's Day. Any LARPers, always use DSP, please. As we've seen, that is a triggering action. So always use DSP when referring to DSP, please, on that one. Big ups to Joe Dub says, like I told Steve on Twitter, it reminds me, Kat thought the scenes in God of War 3 was immature. I've never seen a couple so repulsed by intimacy in my life. Now here's the 3D. Here's what I think is on that. Kat might say that because she doesn't want to do anything with Phil. And then Phil sees that as, my wife's not into that. So then I'm not into that either. It's like a circle of no one wanting to fuck each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
She starts it. He thinks I better follow along with this. And in the end, no one's doing anything, Yeah. No one's having any fun.
Yeah, I think that's possible, I think it's, didn't we bring that up? There was some situation between the two of them where we said something similar, where it was like, he thought one thing and she thought the other thing, and they never talked about it, so they never knew,
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. The theory. That was a good theory. Yeah. Well, Swaggy Davis says Phil's version of getting laid is holding hands. Oh, that's like third base for him. Like in elementary school, when you hold hands for a second, that's like amazingly big deal. He's still there, so it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Girl wants to kiss.
Look how smug he gets when he gets a kiss on the cheek. The way he looks at the camera. That's fourth base.
Big ups to Ira says the BG3 writing isn't that good, but he's worse. Yeah, absolutely. It's just not a normal reaction. Jodeb says the flirting got him hurting. Absolutely. RS Nerd with a team name. And now this can be a for public consumption, public assessment. The Renton Regards. So, simple but effective. And Utterly Insane says, do you have to be a submission level member to submit a video for Ka-Ching of the Ring? Yes. No Argentina. If you're from Argentina, you're fucked.
Well, if it's if it gets much more popular than the one last year, then maybe we'll have to think about it for next year. Because
yeah.
yeah,
We're the only non-Argentinian submissions. The pasta maker last one says he has a hut. He gets plenty of action once he finally climbs on top. I think he's talking about Jabba the Hutt.
I think he is. Yeah.
You know, I choose to believe he's not. Lord Kane says men don't act like this if they get the baddies. Absolutely. Phil doesn't know what a baddie is. He'd be like, "Oh, is that a bad guy? A Goomba?" Oh, you mean like a Goomba? Yeah, I know those baddies. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for the contributions. Message time, Sam. Come on. Get it going.
Okay. Right.
Stop fucking around here.
Oh, we've got a lot of messages to catch up on. But let's get to one relatively recent. This is Dorkosaurus Rex from 6 days ago.
What's up, TBS? Dorkosaurus Rex here with a very pressing question on my mind. We all spend a lot of time here in the Snortex questioning the antics of this clown pig roach. However, there's something that he said a while ago that I think with all his antics got overlooked. If you look up on pigpiggo.re, the term is ashy coat, and he says something to the effect of like, I'm going to cock slap you with an ashy coat covered penis. And I'm just trying to think like, what is he actually trying to say? Like, is he actually thinking that like coating his penis in something before slapping you with it makes it worse? Is he like coating his penis in ash? Like, I just can't actually understand what he's saying and why. And I'm just wondering if you guys could clear it up for me because I literally cannot figure it out and it's bothering me.
I got to hear
so
that.
Yeah, ashy coat penis. Big ups.
I think unless you know, unless Dorkosaurus Rex is deliberately getting it wrong, I think he's misheard there. Because everyone in the chat is saying, is it ASCII code?
ASCII code.
Yeah.
But Phil is saying ashy code.
Yeah. So it's a mispronunciation from Phil, I believe.
Okay.
But it's the like emoji dick basically. Is yeah. But he that's not the first time he said it either, because I know I've heard him say it, and Pig Go's got a few results. If you
oh nice.
If you look that up. So but some people are thinking it's acid coated penis, which
acid coated penis. Now there's an option.
Which what is this conversation anymore?
Good point.
Yeah,
all right,
it could be.
go ahead.
It could be the pronunciation of ASCII is actually ASCII. So, which is how he says it. I think he says ASCII code penis. So yeah. Anyway,
big ups. Nice, the deep analysis there.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, here is Utterly Insane.
Hi guys, it's Otter here. Just a little interesting observation from Phil's podcast yesterday. He basically sped run his groceries, which took him an hour, and he was saying that meant that he was home well before dinner. And then he went on to say that his day off normally takes him 2 to 3 hours, and he's only just home for dinner. Now, we know he has dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so that means that he doesn't go out to 1 o'clock on his day off. So what do we actually think he does on his day off other than drink gin, get DoorDash, and watch cat play games? All right, see you all later. Bye.
Fuck all.
It all out. We go to the grocer, go to Pet's place, Pet Supplies, and that's end of list, right? Or the appointments.
If we're really gonna like deep this, then he wakes up, presumably at least 10, 11-ish.
Yeah, 10 is earliest in my mind.
Yeah, and then lies there for a while and just plays Champions.
Twitter. Champions and Twitter, I think, is the tag team.
Twitter, yeah. Not looking at detractor stuff.
Checking out Snort Hogan.
Yeah.
Getting the updates. Oh, shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
What am I going to rant about today? Okay, that's a good one. Okay.
And looking at his not Discord and catching up on what other people have said about him, you know, from the Flying Monkeys, pulls himself out of bed and goes and gets that coffee that he always has. And then, off he goes for a productive day of shopping and then sitting on the sofa watching his wife watch other people play games play games herself.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But even in those times, he's doing that while doing this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like he's even with her, he's doing this the entire time. Don't forget that.
Yeah, do you know what? He's doing that when he's shopping as well, because he went into great detail recently about how the shopping carts have like a holder you can put your phone in, I think, and he has a lists app supposedly, and he went into because this is news for him. He's got a lists app that he uses, and he puts it on his thing, and he writes his list out, but no, he's playing Champions while he's walking around as well.
Oh, that is convenient.
For sure.
Very convenient. You don't have to stop your addiction even when shopping. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, for the 3 seconds, you're only stopping for the 3 seconds it takes to pick up the cherry juice and put it in the trolley. That's all it is. Yeah.
Turkey burgers. What else do they buy? That's probably it. They DoorDash everything else. So what else do you need, really?
Paper plates. Well, that's Costco, isn't it? That's
commodities.
Slightly different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Commodities.
That's a once a month thing.
Yeah. He talks about groceries like my dad does. I'm sure, I can't remember what but just saying words like commodities, and I'm sure there was another one recently, but I remember my dad used to say do the perishables first, as you're going through the checkout. Yeah. I know Phil does that. He must do. He's just like my dad sometimes.
Now he's on the lookout too. I mean, Sway, you're right. Now he's like,
oh yeah.
Those what are the dopamine demons? What are they after? The endorphins. The endorphin enjoyers are out tonight. He sees anyone of any urban style look. Oh, he avoids that aisle. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, Steve
we'll
said
go to that aisle next time, honey. Next pass.
Yeah. Steve said, remember when he had to define produce? I do remember that.
Yeah, that was a good
I forgot
one.
what he said, but I remember it.
Very normal to explain what that is.
To his 10 people in chat that have, probably been shopping before, let's face it.
Ooh, John Denise has a good, interesting theory. What if he was playing Champions? That's why he lost the trash. The grocery bags were stolen. He was just standing there playing Champions for hours, lost track of time. Hey.
I mean, that's as plausible as anything, isn't it? I'm sure that's got a good chance of being the reason. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Right. Here is not Yuri the Russian.
Hey, that being said, podcast. So I've been wondering, whenever DSP says detractors and everyone are making money off of me, they're making thousands. Have you ever wondered where he gets that number from? Because for me, I think it's because DSP only has his own experience with however much money he makes from YouTube views and all that. Is that he forgets he has 50,000 videos in volume, with each one getting the couple hundred views or thousands or whatever. That for him to see smaller channels like the tractor ones, like that being said, and them seeing 8,000 views on a video, he's like, oh my God, they're making thousands.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder how much of him saying that they make thousands is him projecting and using his own numbers in his own head for what he gets paid to come up with that. What do y'all think about that? Have a good one.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's certainly not. I don't think he's aware of just how much he makes. Actually, didn't you tweeted recently? Didn't you about that? About how much he made in a year? Was it?
Yeah. Right when he switched to YouTube from Twitch, whenever.
Yes.
He lost all his subs, right? So that was the scam of, guys, I lost subs. I mean, I lost all these subs. I lost thousands. And he still got donated in tips $9,000 that month. Yeah. But consistently that entire month, he said, guys, I checked my financials and I might not be able to pay my bills.
That was
$9,000 a month he got on his public trackers, right? It's not like sneaky, everyone just assuming. It's on his public top of the screen trackers every day. Those days, man, he was making so much. It was incredible. Today I did a stream about the fucking tip goal shit. And during that whole vest streak, Oh my God, $100 was nothing to him then. $100.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all right, guys, we're at 150 now. We got 2 hours left in the stream. We'd be great to get 200. Now that's a dream. That's dream world now.
Yeah.
But that was just all out. Gone.
And that's just tips as well, right? That's not
I think it counts Patreon too. But yeah, that was still public too. Everything public. That was what it was. Like, so he had a little Patreon at that point. But yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah. I think it's a case of it's partly that he doesn't care. Like, money comes in, money goes out, but also, well, no, I just said it. He also doesn't care. Like, he's just on to the next scam constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just said that about the Twitch thing, but he's on one right now. The Argentina thing's still rolling on. You know, you mentioned it in yesterday's Daily Wrap, where I thought he was going to have I listened to it earlier and I was like, you know what, these are terrible, but at least he hasn't mentioned money yet. And you get to the end and he's like, it's like a minute to go or something, and then he brings out the Argentina stuff, and it's like, you know, last month got hit by fake memberships and all that.
Last night he went on 10 minutes of how it doesn't bother me. You got these idiots. They think it affects me. It doesn't affect me at all. I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect me at all. And then he starts talking about all the problems that they're causing. Like, yeah, it doesn't affect me at all. But as you can see, the chat is completely filled up with words like "cat eat my taco" and stuff. Like, the people are choosing like the funniest names for very toxic. You know? Oh yeah, it doesn't affect me at all, though, guys. It doesn't affect me at all. Then he tells that whole thing, and then Daily Rappy mentions it. It's like he's asking people to do it, which I kind of think he might be, because he's given something to complain about. If he had a little tiny inconvenience that he could complain about endlessly, he'd be very happy about that. That'd be a very good thing for him.
yeah, definitely. Speedy says, I still don't understand how the whole peso membership thing to him is a negative. He's not losing money because there was no money to be lost. He's just at square one. That's true, but he would justify it as saying these are people that might have become members themselves and now they can't because you've essentially taken their membership away from them. Also, the classic of people can see I've got thousands of members, so they don't think I need support. You know, that's another one. So he would go that way about it.
The problem is that people can't. The problem now is affecting him is that people can't gift now because there's no one there to take them. So that's what the Argentinian army is doing, is making it so if OIC says, I want to fix this problem for you, Philip, here's 500 members, they literally cannot do that. Yeah. So that's why the Argentinian thing is going so hard. And I don't think they're ever going to stop. The only way you're going to make them stop is if you don't mention it at all. Pretend they don't exist. Pretend memberships don't exist. And it would be fine. But he would never stop saying it doesn't bother me, doesn't affect me. And he said also last night, thanks for whoever reminded me, he said, yeah, people, detractors, let me tell you something. I know they do this. They send messages to me. I don't even see them. They send this stuff that's so like toxic. I mean, I don't even see it. Like YouTube takes care of the filters, but I don't even see it. But it's like they said this nastiest shit. It's like, well, which one of those is true or not? You can't say that.
No. Again, he just said it a million times, but he just says whatever it first comes to mind for him to be able to get around something or justify something. He'll say it. It doesn't matter if you can debunk it, and he'll often debunk it himself in 30 seconds time when he says the complete opposite thing. So yeah. Also, Killer Grooves just a little while ago said it's officially a begathon on Saturday, which I think I agree with. I believe in his daily rap he kind of, the conversation went towards that, and I think that's how he pivoted into the money talk. Was kind of like he was talking about the Super Bowl event on Saturday, and then it was like, and as you know, the Argentina things happen, blah, 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 so please support me if you can, if you were going to have a membership, but you've got one given to you, then please support, and then all this. Oh, God. So, yeah, I actually think that's true. Obviously, he's not going to admit that because he said that recently as well, that, I'm not going to hold any special fundraisers or anything like that, but
no fundraisers.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
Sure would be great. Sure would be great, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Sure would help.
Yep.
Big Ups Cody Taylor says, hot take, the Argentine memberships is my favorite arc. I can't go that far yet, but it's definitely a good addition to the year.
Ooh, favorite arc. That's a good one.
Favorite arcs, but that's a big question. But
Yeah,
it's
that is
definitely
a
a
big
great
question.
addition to 2024. It's a good start to 2024.
Oh yeah, solid start. Don't know, it's going to take a lot to top last year, but it's been a good one. This one
Last
so
year had
far.
that interview, and then now we got June the King. When's that?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows when that's going to come out though? But and it sounds like, and I think we did get a June the King mention, didn't we? Not too long ago. Let me know, Chad, if I'm wrong on that. But I think he did mention a June the King style mention. I don't, and it's still like not. He doesn't hate June yet, which is it's going to happen. So
yeah,
just
well,
when.
eventually, yeah. He brought up. I think I remember. I think I recall him saying that it was going to have to be like a 5-hour documentary or something like that, which is probably true. So, well, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. See how that
there you
goes.
go. June is going to do a neutral style. So if you want to make a neutral style documentary, that's the hardest job on earth. What are you going to say? So we have literal proof that Philip spent $40,000 on a mobile game due to this reason and this reason and this reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, he has meaningful streams. What are you going to say?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you're of any kind of like sound mind, then this from what Phil's saying, none of this adds up. But you've just got to believe him. I don't know how you do his side so-called neutrally. Like it doesn't compute. I don't know.
Oh, so big ups to Agent Proper in the house. Says, I've been talking to June. He wants to cover trolls and tractors. Well, that's something that would be a way to make it more neutral, because if you find the right style detractor, there's some people that might not put us in the best light. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. I mean, there's people out there. If you search hard enough, you can find assholes anywhere. Yeah. But then I hope he would ask for the DSP fans too. What's that going to look like?
I think somebody needs to do that, and so one of these has to get over the line where it has the input from his fans, from the legitimate fans, because I think we're all interested to see it, to see how that is put forward. That would be great. I want this to happen. That's why I want I wanted partly that documentary to happen, so we could finally get some sort of so we could see what he considers to be this unwritten fair shake thing is, whatever that is. I want to see what that is. I want to see how that's presented. Because
I just want to talk to him. I want him to legitimately say, like, why do you like DSP, Derek? And that's all. That's fine. I'm happy with the one question.
Just set them off and watch it spin and see what happens. Yeah.
Why do you like DSP, Derek? And that's the beginning and end of it. All right. And you pick your poison of the person you want to ask, and ask the same question. Let's see.
Yeah.
Sway. He's funny.
Yeah.
Can I go to the bathroom? I really got to jerk off. It's been 5 minutes. I'm gummed up. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Right, next message. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Let's go. How do you pronounce this one again? Samuraius?
I would say Samurais myself.
Okay.
I think it's Samuraius. I think you're right.
Okay. Because I think I said Samurius last time or something. So anyway, here he is.
What's going on, guys? Samuraius here. And I want to preface this with, I've never been 100% on board with the idea that Leanna was underage when Phil first reached out to her, only because I feel like detractors would have figured out the definitive proof by now. But still, there is always so much suspicious stuff going on with that. For instance, during the 7 years of slander video, whenever Phil just was completely unable to debunk a claim, he would just say, that's not true, and move on.
Yeah.
For example, the whole wanting to slap an 11-year-old, like, everybody knows that's true. There's no doubt that Phil knows that's true, that he said that, but he just says that's not true and moves on. And then the other example is the grooming the two underage fans, being Panda Lee and Kat. And then again, that's another one of those, he just goes, that's not true, and moves on. But then he tries to feel the need to debunk and go into detail about his Paige Shill tweet. So just stuff like that, along with, Panda Lee refusing to give her age to Air Raid Lord, and just various other suspicious things going on that, you see a lot of it on WPIG. just really kind of lends credence to Panda being underage at the time. But just, I know y'all probably talked ad nauseum about it, but just, let me know your thoughts on that, and you'll have a great podcast.
Yeah, real quick thing. So Phil likes to do that. He'll bring other parts of something into an argument that aren't connected at all to make it seem better. Like, I groomed 2 underage fans. Hey, 2? I didn't, because there's no one in their right mind thinks there's 2. Kat was 20 whatever she was. 28, 20 something, 20 whatever when they met. So she's out. That no one's saying that, right? Everyone's talking about Leanna, right? So stick on topic, please, Philip. Stay on topic, and that's what we want to hear about because yes, like they said, when Leanna was talking to Air Raid Lord, she would not say her age. But I think Leanna's been on the internet for a long time now, and I think the agriculture website, if they had proof, would have already shared that proof personally.
Yeah.
So that gives me pause. I'm not saying it's not true. It's definitely weird and probably could be. But if we had like proof, like, all right, like June would have to talk about it. You need better proof than we have currently, I think.
Yeah.
I think exactly. That's what I think. But
I think Steve hits the nail on the head here. The point is that he took advantage of vulnerable fans. I mean, that's kind of
no argument there. You can't argue that.
Yeah, I think that kind of says it all, really. Yeah, but he would use anything to pivot away from something or place the blame on someone else, even if it was as weird as like, we're talking about, underage fans, and then he'd say, well, yeah, but the detractors will say anything. Did you hear they said I had an escort for all the, and it would get onto that all of a sudden, and then that's done. Then, didn't happen. Move on.
Yeah, it sucks because Clum would have nailed this one, but like the best documentary ever would be ask Phil a question about something like, all right, a lot of people say you groomed an underage fan. What's your take on that? And then just play all the clips that are associated with that. Like, that's not even a good one. Say like, all right, we heard that you told Leanna to take a pill. What's that about? And get him to tell his whole fucking story. Let him go as long as he wants, and then play the clips of what actually happened.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't be that interesting to normal people. That's why it's not going to happen that way. But it would be awesome for us,
It would be awesome for us, but I don't think it wouldn't pass his fair shake test. I don't think either. Would it? It would be like it would be falling on the detractor side of things in his eyes. So yeah, and again, as Sway says, it would all be out of context.
Out of context, dude.
Even though it's all, we can play all the context if you want, Phil. It's all there, We just
how much context do you want?
We're just cutting out the fluff, Just get rid of that shit.
Holy shit. Big ups. Lyrical Thesis says Android Panda is 17. Android Panda. What's that? Let me know what you mean by that. And Joey Rivera says, I'm willing to bet on the average the worst detractors don't even come close to the dents. Yeah, definitely. But I'm saying you could find people that are, okay, what if they talk to Pastor Eric Miller? Would that be cool? He's a detractor, right? And he could say shit about everybody. And that would make everyone look like douchebags, right? So I'm just saying it could happen, right?
Yeah.
Android Panda, real quick, Lyrical Thesis says Jade will do a walkthrough.
Of course, yes.
There you go. All right, go ahead.
I was just going to say, is Android Panda something to do with Robo Steve, maybe? I don't know.
A Dragon Ball reference. I'm not a Dragon Ball guy.
Oh, ooh. Neither am I.
Anyway. All right, let's go.
No, she's not. Right, here's someone I don't think we've heard from in a while. Maybe we have. Don't know. Always good. Big guy.
Yes.
Hey, guys. I know you've talked about Phil's supposed back injury many times before, but he brought it up again during the DSP Throwback React bullshit stream he did. Phil claimed the reason he swayed back and forth on the X and Y axis was because of his back injury. Phil claimed he had shooting pain, numbness, and muscle spasms in his back and legs. And yet, somehow swaying back and forth in a 1 foot square on the ground solved that problem. I think he even tried to claim that swaying back and forth helped him realign the discs in his back. How the fuck did any of that make any sense?
Wow.
I've strained a muscle in my back before, and the last thing I was thinking about was standing. But Phil claims he would walk around his condo while having muscle spasms, numbness, and shooting pain? Who the fuck does he think he's fooling? And of course, Phil claimed he's miraculously healed now from all the changes he's made in his lifestyle. Phil went from sitting in an office all day as a customer service rep to sitting down all day on a couch in his living room playing games, to flying to Seattle to sit down in a love seat playing video games all day. What changed about his lifestyle other than the location and somehow becoming even more sedentary? I guess we should let Steve know that he didn't need all that complicated surgery. Absolutely delusional.
Just way back and forth, dude. Yeah, so here, Steve, speaking of that, on that same point, before we talk about it, which was amazing, let's get Steve's take. Short style vid from Steve. Let's go.
Here we go.
What up, group think? It's your boy Steve in the bed, and I've got a point that I want to raise. It's not really based on anything that Phil's done recently, so I'll try and keep it brief, but I've seen the misconception on Twitter a few times, and I feel like I should probably try to do something to help clear it up, because it's related to his back, and so I sort of feel like I have a bit of an investment in this. Phil's never really directly blamed his car crash for causing his back. Now, this is back when Phil started first telling us about his back injury. He would always talk about his car crash in terms of this is something that didn't cause it. He would always say, I don't know what happened to my back, but I know it's not like I had a car crash or anything. It's not like I was involved in a car accident that caused it. You know, he would always use it as an example of something that he didn't do, because that would support his argument that I don't know what caused my back injury. I just know it wasn't this, you know? And that helped Phil at the time, because obviously it means you can't pin him down on like, well, I've had a back injury like that, so the best way to deal with it is to do this, then this, then this. Nowadays, however, it does help Phil to be a bit more vague and to bring in a couple of more different contributing factors, because it's been so long since his back injury that claiming, oh, I can't do that because of my back injury is a bit sus. So if you said specifically you had this sort of back injury, 10 years down the line, people can go, well, if you had that back injury 10 years ago, you should be like this now. So nowadays, it benefits Phil to be a bit more vague and to introduce a couple of more things that could have caused his back injury and made it more severe. So you get things like, well, I don't know if it was the car crash or not. It could have been, but who knows? And that's the way that Phil will address it now, because like all inveterate liars, narcissists benefit from being vague and being sort of like gesturing towards things rather than being definitive. So it benefits Phil to be vague and general, whereas if he says definitive things, you can pin him on it later and call him, you can pin him on him later and say, hey, Phil, you said this previously, that contradicts what you're saying now. Those are things that Phil would tend to avoid in social situations if you were, you know, a more socialized narcissist. But fortunately, Phil nowadays has a luxury of just being able to ban anyone that brings it up. But it's still that sort of inbuilt defense mechanism, because back then, Phil was still socializing a lot. So it was something that he needed to rely on. And obviously, as a narcissist who's also unwilling to expend energy, Phil's unlikely to have refined any of his socializing tools and the ways he manipulates people. So, yeah, anyway, just wanted to point that out. Phil's a liar, and it's making me doubt a lot about what he says about his back. Not that I wasn't suspicious to begin with, but the more he lies and generalizes and tries to introduce like uncertain elements to it, the more I think, how severe was your back injury in the first place? I have now moved from you have had a herniated disc to you probably had just like a minor back injury that would have healed well enough with a course of physiotherapy. And I also know for a fact that Phil didn't finish that course of physiotherapy, because he claimed that too. So, yeah, anyway, getting into material that I would better save for a video that I would have liked to have worked on first. Unfortunately, Phil had a romantic encounter in Baldur's Gate 3. So it's looking like that whole video that's being planned out in a book that I call The Curse Notes is going to have to be more of a priority now. In fact, I should probably address that. So let's address that.
Okay.
The biggest winner in the Steve back injury saga is Steve's cat, because you know just in the bed all the time. Cat's loving it, living life to the fullest. Just don't leave the bed, please. But here's one thing though. Here's one thing. I thought there's people in chat saying there's no back injury. I will say he was talking about that back injury in every possible medium he could. Like SRK forums, he brought it up. He brought it up on the fucking tophaters.com. It seemed to me like it was a very important part of his identity almost, is my back injury. I got a back injury. And last night we saw him go to Universal Studios, Sam, with Leanna. And they went to Harry Potter. The Harry Potter ride. So Leanna was super excited.
Oh, I'll bet she was. Yeah. Good.
And they showed the seats, and they're normal seats, but they didn't have any padding. And Philip said, well, Leanna, we can't do it. We can't do the ride. They had a sweet hotel, king size bed, which is putting you at minimum, let's say 500. King size bed. Yep. We can't do it because, and he said in the note on the YouTube video, we didn't want to risk our backs.
Sure. Okay.
She was at best what? At best 19. I think maybe younger. Holy
maybe.
Shit, man! It's and remember at the fucking when he does commentary, he's like this. But you know who also does this? Like what's that guy that before they kill him, they make him think about like a rat? It's like, oh god, what's that book? The guy's mental issues, and at the end they shoot him, but they shoot him because he's gonna get killed because he accidentally killed somebody.
Oh, with Mice and Men.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Who also did that? He was described as someone that also did this all the time.
Right.
Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. I think Phil has a bad back in the way that at most I have a bad back where it's something I just kind of live with, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's anything like I'd love to go and to properly get it sorted, but it's never going to be, or it hasn't yet become bad enough that I need to really, go and get it Steve of the Deaded, but because we know what he's like with talking about stuff, he has to exaggerate everything. And any little thing that he can, that's a slightly different thing that happens to him is like this crazy story because he's got fuck all else to talk about. So I don't think there's any real problem there.
Yeah, I wonder, and he would be the type that one little bit of a pain in your body is oh my god, I have a chronic back injury, guys. I want to get surgery so soon, just like Amber Lynn does when she wanted to get that weight loss surgery. She was for years talking about weight loss surgery. Sam, doctor finally said, "Let's do it." She says, "Fuck it." Same thing. You want to have something to complain about. Some people want to have something to complain about. That's it. And it's usually narcissists too, because they want to fucking, they're special and cool. And they can tell you about all these injuries.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's his whole identity, because without that, there's literally nothing else to talk about with him. So you've got to have complaints, even if it's just something as small as they ran out of cherry juice or my fucking shopping bags went missing,
I'm safe, but something horrible happened. What did he say? I forget. Oh, I've been robbed.
I've been robbed. Yeah.
I've been robbed.
So yeah, we do have another video from Steve on the.
Let's wait. I guarantee someone's going to talk about it. Let's save for after that. Let's not go back to back, Steve.
Guaranteed,
Let's go, Steve of the back to not back to back.
Steve of the back.
We'll give Steve of the back. So we don't want to give him too much back to back action. We want to give him a break, and then we'll get back.
No.
Someone's going to bring it up, I guarantee.
Save the back-to-back action for when the payday bar thing happens.
Definitely. Then we need lots of back-to-back.
Yeah, right. Let's do one I don't recognize. Let's hear from Alejandro.
Ooh, from Argentina, maybe?
Hey, did you know that in 2011, when DSP was about to become a massive celebrity and YouTuber, he made a conscious decision to stay true to himself and remain a small YouTuber for his viewers? Please pay no attention to any deals and shilling that took place after 2011. Also, did you know that 2,000 years ago, DSP died for our sins? Don't call me a tagline, but I'm sure the retcon will happen soon.
In 2011, I made a choice to not show.
Oh,
right.
That was great.
Right. Hey, Spawn seats. Remember those Spawn seats?
Yeah.
Remember Loot Crate?
Yeah, I remember Loot Crate. I remember, was it Fallout 4? You got that early.
A Nintendo game that he didn't want to say, that he said afterwards. Remember? He said, oh, they sent me that game, by the way. Whatever. Like, I don't care.
Some people say, what was that fucking weird simulator he played out of the blue where he met PewDiePie. YouTuber's Life.
Yeah, YouTube is like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, some people
Sonic
think
game,
that
Sonic at the Olympics. That's it. Yeah.
that was it. Yeah. Some people think the YouTuber's Life one was like it's like a conspiracy. This is an actual conspiracy, but some people think that was because it was one that he just randomly played and he never does that. So it was like, no, we're doing this tonight, and it's like, what? Why?
Okay, I need to check that because that is definitely, he will give you months notice for any game coming up. Holy shit. He'll give you like a month's notice of possible games.
Yeah. I think that's going back about 2 or 3 years now, but yeah. Unless I'm misremembering it, but chat think, yes, weird game for him to choose. I think that too. So yeah, maybe it's something to look into. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Let's go back a little bit because we've missed a load.
Yeah, we gotta give some people some.
Oh, interesting. Here is from a week ago, Dark Side Drill.
Oh, hello.
Hey, big ups, boys. Appreciate you taking my call. I just had a real quick one. Something that I was thinking about when I was listening to some of the older podcasts. And I don't know if it's been talked about before or not, but I'm gonna shoot my J real quick. What do you think the odds are that OIC bought that statue? Because as far as I've heard or seen, like no one's come forth about it, or we don't know what happened to it. So I don't know. You think OIC was the type to just like drop the bag on it and just like hide it away, destroy it, whatever the fuck he was finna do with it? But what do you think? Because like I don't know, OIC's got the money, and if somebody had the brain power, like Profit or Super Crazy, they go with numbers. They could probably look at what his support was like around the time of the purchase, but I don't know. It just seems odd that it's just like disappeared. And I feel like the only person in like dense or in Phil's world that could really do that is OIC. So what you think? Appreciate y'all. Big ups.
Yeah, I think that's fair because it's fair because you think any person that's proud of spending that much money for this, that's the problem though. Someone might not be too proud about spending $6,000 on that, but they fucking really wanted it and had the money, right? Because like maybe they want to stay anonymous. So that could be too. It could be a legitimate detractor, and they said, "Fuck, I want that. I got the money. It helps charity. I'll buy it." But they don't want to be like public about it. But like even a picture of like, I don't know, just on your coffee table would be awesome for me. But if it was though, I think even if it was that, then don't you think OIC would somehow let us know he got one off the detractors?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think if it was them, sorry, I feel like we'd know about it. So yeah, but who the hell knows? Yeah,
it's just it does suck. I just want to see where it is, where its final resting place is.
Yeah,
I don't care where it is. If it's on your cabinet, your closet, wherever it happens to be. Let us see it, please, sir.
Yeah, I like to imagine it's like whoever bought it is, hidden it away for a while, and then it changes hands. It goes for an out even more, and it just keeps getting passed around. But I don't know. It's like whatever happened to Paul McCartney's original bass. That got stolen, and nobody knows where it is. And it's like one of them. No one's ever going to fucking find out.
That'll be my life. My last ever trip is this: go around the world trying to find it. I'm like Indiana Jones, trying to find the guy statue.
And it'll be somewhere weird as well. It'll be like in some house in like Germany or something. And it's just like some old lady's attic. Like I don't know why I've got this, but it was my.
I'm trying to like take it from him. I'll buy it from you. Like no, it's my whole life. I'm not taking it. It's my family heirloom. Like please.
Yeah.
The holy guy. Yeah. The holy relic.
It'd be like in. Have you ever seen Samurai Cop?
No, I've not seen Samurai Cop.
So bad it's good film where the guy he had to wear a wig because he cut his hair halfway through production.
Oh, nice.
he thought he was done. But the director got him back, so he got him a wig to wear. Anyway, they went and found there's a lion. It's a famous lion on the wall in one of the scenes. It's like this awful piece of art, and they went and fucking they went to the house and the person that lived there still got it. And I feel like that would be that's the kind of story we need. We need like 20 or 30 years later for you to go there to Germany and you know, it does. It means Japanese sword.
Long after Chew divorces me, so I can just go. Chew, I gotta go. I gotta find this.
Yeah.
RS Nerd says Linda bought it. Does Linda have that kind of cash? $6,000 for a statue of your son? That's not very cool. Let's just say that he has a gout crystal leg and a ooze arm. I mean,
yeah. Ultimate tinfoil hat moment. Gundam still has it.
Still has it. He bought it himself.
He bought it himself. Yeah.
Like that. I mean, of course, yes, they do know the address, but I mean, we're not gonna. It's not to look it up and stuff. That's kind of fucked up, right? So,
yeah, no.
Not doing that.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Is there stuff from? Oh God, yes, there is. Okay, there's stuff from like 2 weeks ago.
Do like a new one though. Do like a newer style. Oh, Cat Burnell Respecter. I saw that.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
When I see that, I gotta hear it.
So this is from 3 weeks ago. Oh, and it's only 9 seconds long. So yeah, let's hear this.
Hey, ALT, don't worry, bro. Fat bitches give good head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a little star next to that one.
Cat Burnell Respecter.
Download that one.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, brother. It's a
Okay.
little message of encouragement I needed for today.
Bastards.
Right.
Oh, Mario Faker's getting a replay. Some people are saying replay. I mean, might want to replay it. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah. I'm more than happy. Here we go.
Hey, ALT, don't worry, bro. Fat bitches give good head.
It sounds like he's on a street somewhere too.
I know, yeah.
No, I gotta share this right now.
Yeah, I get excited when I hear like ambient noise because I'm like, oh, is this going to be like a Style in the Wild or one of those, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah. See if that was also 9 seconds, Steve. Good thought. All right, let's go, Lars. Give us Lars some love. Lars, another King of the Ring competitor. I hope Lars was there last year. I hope. Have not heard anything yet. Lars, hope you're doing well.
All right, here he is.
Give Lars some love.
Hi, guys. Sorry I'm a little late, but I felt like I had to chime in on the debate over whether Phil finished or did not finish during the incident.
Very important.
I would just like to point out that during the Side Scrollers interview, he was describing the clip to Adam because Adam had never actually seen it. And Phil literally used the words, "You just see my O face." He said it was his O face. So I think that counts for something. Thank you.
I think that's Phil trying to use cool words. Like, you see my O face. It's hilarious. Like, I think Phil thinks that's funny, you know?
Yeah. And he's heard it. He's probably seen it called that, you know.
Yeah, other people have said that, you know.
And I think he likes cool words. He likes a new word every so often out of nowhere, like shooting my J or whatever it was.
Shooting my J.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Shoot my J.
Yeah. So.
O face. Saw my O face. We'll have a debate of epic proportions at the DetractorCon 2028 about that. Like team load, team no load, full debate, opening statements. We'll get lawyers going, get the evidence. It's going to be epic. That's going to be a DetractorCon 2028, dude.
Well, I've seen a couple of mentions of it in the chat on the topic of mispronunciations or made up words. And this week's is this one, because I have it right here. Here we go.
If I try to learn every character on a casual level, I'm never going to get good at the game, and undoubtedly people are going to say, man, every time you play, you're only fighting scrubs, and you're not really getting any better, and this is boring, right? The way that I can make it spicy is to have the kind of commentary that I'm known for, but people find it inflammatory. People find it insulting. People find it uncouth of someone trying to make content on the internet to talk shit now. So it's kind of like, so what do you do?
There we go.
All right, I forgot about this. Thanks for bringing this up, because this is 100% in response to Scrub Quotes tweeting out my tweet that then Sir Wong himself tweeted. But notice how Phil says, if I didn't do this, if I didn't say that inflammatory stuff, it wouldn't be interesting. And he said, so listen, what's inflammatory? What's trash talk about this? Because he also said in that clip, not in that clip, but later he said, it's all trash talk. It's just, if you don't, you have to do trash talk, guys, in the arcades. What part of this is trash talk, right? This is, I'm going to read the quote that he said, SRK Forums, DSP said, so let's start over. Justin won a tournament. Justin has won more fighting game events than any other person in the USA. Maybe he's won more than anyone in the world. I don't know. But is he the best in every game he's won? I have to say, fuck no. Seems to me it's more like abusing the weaknesses of every game than actually learning the games. Find the fault and turn it to your advantage to make money. To me, that is way different than trash talk like you fucking suck, which what he tried to play it off as.
Yeah.
This is a very calculated, written paragraph among 20 other paragraphs to describe how he hates people dick riding Justin Wong just because he's really good. You know?
Exactly.
And he tries to say, everyone's doing it. Like now, if you do it, everyone hates it. But back then, everyone's doing it. No. You were the only one doing it. That's why everyone hated you on SRK forums, even back then. It's very simple.
It's that simple.
It just works.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's do something more recent. Went on a little field trip a couple of weeks ago, and now we're going to go right up to date with the Camping Dutchman.
Here we go.
Hey guys, I have a couple of thoughts about the June the King documentary and the whole keeping it fair and balanced part about it. Like, it's such a non-issue thing in my mind. It's like any community, in this case the detractors, will have bad apples in it. So what are we going to do? We're going to interview Basse Derek if you can actually manage to get him, to speak rationally for like 5 seconds. Is like, so what? The documentary is about Phil in the end, and that's going to shine through. Everybody knows that every community has a couple of bad actors in it, but like, whatever Basse Derek does pales in comparison to everything that Phil has done and has been documented thoroughly, like, throughout the years about what Phil has done. Like, you can grab a couple of bad apples, but they're nothing compared to what Phil has done. And that's going to shine through in the end in that documentary. So, sure, it might be fair and balanced, but is it going to be, if you know what I mean? Anyway, big ups, everybody.
So what makes me kind of think about this, though, is Phil would agree if June the King said that, right? So I'm going to code the detractors, Phil. I'm going to shout how crazy they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, Phil would get excited by that. Oh, yeah. But that's a good idea, June. Sir King, that's a good idea, Sir June. Mike Klum wasn't going to do that, but you're going to do that. That's really cool. So that would get Phil excited. But again, there's no, how do you make it fair? You have to show what he did. Give her a pill. I beat the shit out of her. I'm an alcoholic, yet $100 for a shot. I can keep going. What
Yeah.
You want the list? It's too long. Hey guys, day off tomorrow. If you don't tip me right now, what am I going to do? I'm going to eat lunch meat sandwiches. That's what he said.
Yeah. That's why I keep saying it. Like, I want to see it. I want to see someone try and do this fair and balanced thing where it's in Phil's definition of fair and balanced and not like the rational person. I want to see, this June the King documentary where he's like, Phil was this unappreciated and, content creator and, he's just misunderstood for 15 years, but today we're going to get to the meat of the nub of the matter here, and all it just, you can't do it, and if you do, it's going to be hilarious. So
that's going to be even better. Like, that's what I think the meme play is, to make it a positive. Like, Phil successfully spent $40,000 on a mobile game. He promised his wife he would quit. That's dedication.
Yeah. I want to see it. I want to see that.
Despite crippling addictions, he still put that as a tips goal because he wanted to give his fans a meaningful tip goal to show tip reward. He's putting his life on the line. He blamed his aunt for gout because I can't even think of something good there. I'm fucked.
It would, yeah. Miss Kitty's right. It would just look like a spoof. It would look like something
that's what we're going. That's what I want.
Yeah.
If we had,
it would look like something we would have as in one of these competitions. You know, someone would make a spoof, you know, parody documentary that was all just.
That's a good idea. Like make something positive, but like, you know, make it positive, however you want. So like you could say addiction is dedication, right? So like Phil not wanting to succumb to the dangerous medical industry, paying their high bills for everything. He decided his girlfriend only needed a single pill to deal with her issues. You know, like that's kind of good.
Yeah,
that's kind of
perfect.
You know, what's it? Okay, I'm done. Noticing the dying styrofoam industry, Phil decided to do DoorDash 3 times a day to build up this industry and not let it die. What a hero! He showed styrofoam like factory workers, like yeah. Dude, let's do it.
The possibilities are endless. They really are.
After noticing Jasper would lick the ant poison and have a little fun, Phil decided to leave the ant poison out for an entire year, just for the fun of his own cat.
Get to it. I want to see this.
What an animal lover he was. Noticing he had some fans with I'll stop. This is the last one. Noticing he had fans with hearing issues, he would choose to snort so they could feel the vibrations off of their speakers. Even though they couldn't hear his voice, they could hear the vibrations of his snorts. What a true hero. I can go all day. All right, I'll stop. I'll stop. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Please, we got to do it now, though. Summertime, we'll talk about it. We'll get the details ironed out, maybe.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Ricky Gervais can play as Phil. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. That'd be great. Right. I've been curious to hear what this one says.
Okay.
Meerkat style internet. So let's hear it.
Yo, what's up? Hi, guys.
Meerkat style internet joke. Very meta.
You know, Phil was doing was messed up, and I
very on point.
No one got.
Thought we'd get something
Creativity
at
10
the
out of
end.
10, my friend. And the Meerkat's not here. It's even better. We can just laugh at him. The Eastern European internet, right? They just like hold up a antenna and hope it connects, you know?
Right.
Anyways.
Okay. Here is Sergeant Joelberg.
Hey everybody, Sergeant Joelberg here. So a few weeks ago I was listening to Golden Triangle Gaming, and he made the point that a lot of us see things in Phil that we see in ourselves, and that's what makes him so interesting to watch. And I definitely agree with that. There's a lot of things that I see him do that I recognize in my own, speech and behavior, and I try to improve myself where Phil, doesn't. And anyway, I'd like to know if you see anything in Phil that you recognize in yourself, and, if you do anything to improve on that where Phil doesn't. Oh, gosh. Yeah, have a good one.
Good question, though. Great question. Nice. Didn't stick the landing 100%, but great question to start out with. Sam, what's your take, though? Do you do anything to avoid being Philip?
Yeah. I stopped my crippling alcohol addiction now. No, I don't know. No, you do yours. Come back to me.
I guess as someone with addiction issues, I would say I would never want to be the kind of person that promises to the world something to your wife and then just don't do it. That's what come on, man. I made a commitment to her. That's the worst.
Yeah.
That is the worst. And, obviously all the other stuff too, don't, make sure you don't look like you are melting, don't get emaciated, that kind of stuff,
Yeah. Maybe if you're going to wear a shirt, maybe match some nice trousers with it as well, and
PJ
not
pants.
yeah,
PJ
maybe
pants.
yeah, maybe take off what you wore to bed the previous night, and because sometimes you do stand up, so sometimes I'd like to think that maybe I do. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway,
I will say one more. I've definitely called my parents after seeing Phil not do that. Because I think if I start feeling bad, like I don't want to be like that, and you feel like a douchebag if you like I haven't called in a long time. You kind of feel like I don't want to be like that, because I make fun of Phil for not, giving a shit what his dad says. I never want to be like that. So I've definitely 100% have done that. Said I'm going to call my dad after that. Definitely have done that, and be excited about what they're talking about. Because remember, unsolicited fish. You don't want to be like that, dude.
Yeah, appreciating family definitely is a good one. Yeah. Just being aware of yourself, of what you're saying. I think because we spend so long talking about him and listening to him, I'm more aware of stupid little things like smacking and snorting, slurping, whatever else, things like that. But yeah,
snorting.
That's a good one. Be able to laugh at yourself. Blind Cow says. I think that's a good.
That's good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And just try to do stuff, like try to learn things.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Things. Like the reason I got into all this, and the reason I started making anything about this is because I was like, well, he could be doing it this way, and here's how he could do it. So that's kind of my introduction to it all.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good question.
Yeah,
Sergeant Joelberg, excuse me.
Yeah. Everybody, by the way, I'm keep your questions coming in. Well, not questions, but your submissions
the team
for this
names.
team name thing.
Yeah, anyone late coming in? Yeah, we're doing a contest to name a team, and then we're gonna AI make the logo, and then you guys are gonna vote on the coolest one, and then we're gonna make a shirt out of it or whatever the fuck. We'll decide. We're gonna we're gonna use AI, so it might fuck up the letters, but the one that wins will pay to make it real. So
it's like a
Rented
mini
Raccoon is definitely the highest, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's a mini competition before our actual big competition that's coming up happens.
Super Bowl style competition.
Yeah, man. There's some good ones in there. I've just had a quick cheeky look. Anyway, let's get to.
Yeah, a lot of people are on the right wavelength. Oh yeah, there's some good ones.
Okay, let's hear from Hashi.
Hey guys, Hashi here, and today I have an idea for a fun game to play on panel. So the game is that each one of you will think of one question you would ask a past version of Phil. This can be Phil at any point in time, whatever. And then everybody else on the panel will speculate how would Phil actually answer it at that time. And easy mode is just whatever question. Medium mode is no getting him to try to roast like current Phil, so no baiting him into talking about React channels or something like that.
Okay.
And then hard mode is no asking him about mobile games. So yeah, big ups.
That's a great question.
Okay. So we're asking Phil a question in the past, and then the other person has to say how he would answer it at that point in time.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you ask the question, I'll answer it. Let's do that.
Okay. Right.
As a historian, I might have the advantage.
You've got the massive advantage here.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Phil of say 2012. It's random, but no, let's go earlier. So it's Phil of 2008, just before YouTube started or around that time. Have you ever had any sort of maybe near-death experiences with maybe some of the members of the FGC? Has that ever occurred?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. One time at Eva, whatever the fuck it is, I don't even remember. I was going in the parking lot. I got jumped by Jaha. And I don't know if you know who Jaha is. He's a former Marine. Like, he's big, dude. I mean, Indonesian, Chinese, something. One of those. And he was here me with like 4 other dudes. And Mike Watson's there, of course. And I went to Viscount, and Viscount was like not there. So I had to go myself. I was like, what? What am I supposed to do here? Huh? So he came. He's really gonna punch me. He was legitimately angry. So you know what I did? I said, "Hey, listen." I put my hands behind my back and said this: "If you want to punch me, go ahead." And then that was kind of it. That they kind of realized, they made me say sorry, and that was kind of the end of it. We were kind of cool after that. Actually, we kind of had some fun the rest of the weekend. Like we were watching games together. We chilled in my hotel room. I had a suite at that time. It was like I had all the Rock Band stuff. We were playing Rock Band later. We had some girls. Like I had like 2 bangs, and like we had some weeds. It was crazy, and we were really friends after that. Good question.
Perfect. I'm never gonna fucking beat that.
Yeah. Well, here. How about this one? How did you meet Catherine Burnell?
Okay.
Circa 2023. All right. So we're talking about last year, and I'm going to ask you, hey, how'd you meet Kat? I'm Mike. I'm clumming it up here. I'm Mike Clum. How'd you meet your girlfriend?
Well, I'd prefer not to talk about that, to be honest. You're asking too many personal questions about my wife here,
Okay, I'm sorry,
about my family. It was a normal style interaction between 2 consenting adults, and that was, we got to talking over the internet. She was a fan of mine, and that's all about, that's all I'm willing to say about that, to be honest.
for my family's protection.
Yeah.
That was good. Very close. I think that,
Yeah,
I should
have done the accent. Sorry, Bob. I'll try better next time.
Yeah, we love the Sam American accent. That's a big hit. Anyways,
Bastards.
All right.
Right on time.
I love that clip. Anyway, right.
Bastards. I get laid by my wife. Right. That is so much like I get laid by my you said it already. I get laid by my girlfriend, dudes. I don't even care about you guys. What? I get laid by my girlfriend. Okay? Can you please stop putting my head in the toilet? I get laid by my girlfriend. What's her name? She goes to a different school. Oh.
Has he ever, I don't know, maybe I should probably know this, but has he ever addressed it in any kind of detail, how they met? I don't know if he has.
I don't think he said it. Did he say meet online? I don't think he even went that far. I've covered the interactions on WPIG, but I don't remember what Phil went back and said how it went. He did say many times, though, he did not. He fucked on other people, saying that they dated fans and shit, which, let's get real, he did that twice. How else are you going to say that? How can June the King make that neutral? Not that it's inherently bad, but when you make fun of other people for doing it, then it's kind of different.
Yeah, as far as I know, like ever since since the beginning of the whole the interaction with her, as soon as he broke up with Panda, it was all very hush hush, wasn't it? But it's only been kind of bits and pieces here and there about how they met and stuff that's had to be pieced together, I guess. And then obviously somebody found a Twitter. I don't know when that part of it came. I'd be interested to know when that happened, actually, because I don't know, who discovered that and at what point was it discovered and all that kind of stuff.
One of the greatest mysteries of the universe for me is how someone found that fucking car video. Like how?
Yeah, I've always wondered that as well. Yeah, exactly.
How?
The whole thing.
I mean, it must have been a detractor that knew that dude. Like how else? You can't just search random videos for bass tricks and say, holy shit. Like if you did, holy shit. Can you imagine that jackpot? That's like finding oil under your house. Like, holy shit, that's her. What? I was looking for bass tricks. Holy shit.
Some
people haven't seen it?
Yeah.
You're about to have a whole new world, brother.
Well,
let me open up my favorites real quick.
Surely, if you've not seen that video, you may have seen Ludwig's. What's it called? What's the song that uses it in the video?
10-Bit Shorty.
That's the one. Yeah. We
Shoddy,
can play it if you like.
Shoddy. Yeah, let's do the original bass trick. It's in my business folder, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't doubt you've got a business folder full of cat stuff.
No, I don't. I'm trying to. It's hard to search for, actually. Oh no, I know. 10-Bit Shorty has it in the description. I know how to get there. Boys. So this is a video. I don't know why we're playing this, but here we go.
Why not?
Meerkat's gonna turn into the stream like, how are we playing this? Why are we playing this? Shut up, Meerkat. We got things to watch. All right, here we go. It's coming at you.
Okay.
Shit, stuff. Go. Hit it.
That just occurred to me as well. The owl goes hoot video would have, you know, if this car thing, you know, do you know what I'm talking about when I say that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hoot. Yeah, Hoot's a legend.
Yeah, I think that
It's just like
would
it
give
looks
that,
like her.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
all it is. It would
just
probably,
looks like her.
if this car video didn't exist, I feel like that would have more attention on it. But there's an actual video of her randomly in a car, and this is it.
Oh, okay, Excalibur. Big ups, dude. We got the Excalibur. Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
Hold on.
It's fucking
Let me
loud.
get
man.
ready. Damn, it's loud as shit. I'm trying to be bass trick. Excalibur says Superman talked to Tevin, then people found his channel. Okay, well that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Now that's Excalibur. Thank you for that. Now I get it. That makes sense because you see him on Tevin's stream, you get a first name or whatever, and that's enough to then extrapolate that. But yeah, this is the bass trick. If this is your first time, enjoy.
So weird.
What a find this must have been for that dude, though. Like, holy shit. She's undoxable, guys. Undoxable. I feel bad for her because, like, who wants to do this, by the way? Can you just sit there for a while I tape you for a minute? It's to show how cool my bass speakers are.
I'm so used to seeing like things going by the window now.
It's odd, yeah. Like, this clip has been used in so much stuff, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like, that's it. I mean, that's
I've
it.
never-
There's also a spring version as well.
Yeah, I've never ever understood this, like having a massive sub in the car to the point where you can't actually hear the music.
What's the point of this? Like, do you ever want to listen to music at this level? I mean, I know people are saying I'm old, but is that legitimately something you want to do? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean,
But all right. Anyways,
So there it
there's
is.
also he made her do it twice too, because there's also a spring version. We're not going to watch it because it's the same fucking thing. But there you go. Superman was a cool dude. Anyways.
Do we watch the Steve video now?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So
Let's do
Steve is
that
talking
then.
about obviously the female style interaction. I get laid by my wife thing.
Let's see what Steve's got to say on the subject. Oh, there we go.
Cat love and life here.
So, we need to talk about Phil and sex again.
Oh. I heard Lucas by the way, is on strike or something?
I
The
could
factory
talk
workers?
far too long about this.
What? No,
I saw Steve will know, but I saw it on Twitter. Like the factory workers are on strike or something, dude.
Okay, I've got to look into that.
Figure
Right.
that out, dude. All right, come on.
Here we go.
So I'm going to be brief. There are three main contributing factors here. Phil is emotionally underdeveloped.
Yeah.
He is insecure. And he is repressed. And there are obviously a lot of other contributing factors that will also contribute in their own ways. And again, there's a reason why there is one notebook in my pile that's called the Cursed Notebook. But for now, I just want to focus on those three things because obviously when we're watching when a depiction of emotional or physical intimacy happens in a piece of media that we're watching, we can process that in our own ways because we are emotionally developed enough where we can handle that. Now, it's different when it is shared media, when you're watching something with an emotional a partner, an intimate partner, or you're watching it with your parents or your friends, and it comes up. And, you know, when you're going through puberty and in your adolescence and into your like late teens, early 20s, when an expression of emotional or physical intimacy happens in the media and you're with your friends, you can be like, oh, hey, whoa, you're the one getting an erection. Oh, look at him, he's got stuff. You can laugh about it, you can joke about it. Oh, you know, whoa. You can even get a bit, whoa, oh, she's a bit, whoa, about it. But when it's with your parents, it's different. There are different rules with your parents. So And I'm not the only one that said this, and I'm not the first to have said it, and I won't be the last to have said it, but I do definitely remember at some point on that being said, saying when it comes to Phil and depictions of sex and intimacy on media and in games and films and things, it's very much like when you watch one with your parents for the first time. However, most of us sort of stop watching films with our parents around our late 20s as we sort of go on to be actual adults and independent individuals of our own. And I think this is probably true for Phil as well, because obviously he moved out and then he moved away, so he saw his parents less. But the rest of us then go on to live our lives in a way that involves social interaction with a whole range of other people in different contexts. And in amongst that is going to be shared witnessing of those depictions through movies, through TV shows, through books we're reading, games we're playing, things like that. And we will share those things with other people. So we will learn over those experiences how to better handle it. And again, as we grow and develop as well, and we have our own experiences of physical and emotional intimacy with other people, we also develop ways of relating to it and processing it and understanding it and being comfortable with those depictions. So Phil, as somebody who didn't really socialize, has lost out on a lot of that. So now at 40, he's not emotionally developed enough to deal with it. And that's one of the major factors. With insecurity, it is likely that there is also some sort of like underlying sexual inadequacy that Phil feels insecure about. Whether it's something worth feeling insecure about or not is beside the point. The point is that Phil feels insecure about it. So he won't deal with it, he won't address it, he will avoid it because he's an insecure narcissist and he doesn't want to go through the process of dealing with insecurity because it's scary, it's a lot of work, and it means being emotionally vulnerable. And Phil just doesn't want that. So, he's going to avoid it. And when those emotions and those associated physical acts, let's say, are depicted in a piece of media he's consuming, he's uncomfortable because he's reminded of his own sort of like feelings about it and his own inadequacies and his own insecurities. And so he feels uncomfortable with it and tries to avoid it. He will not pick the path that leads to a sex scene or a relationship developing, wherever possible. He will try to avoid it, shut it down and say, nah, you're a good friend and all, but I'm not interested. He'll pick the no option, because he doesn't want to deal with it, especially in public. Mm-hmm. It's probably just as bad in private, but in public it's a little bit worse because he's got his audience and he's also got us around that. And then there's obviously a dose of repression. Sorry. There's probably a dose of repression in there because if Mama Linda is anything like the Catholic the film makes her out to be, she's probably not going to have the most progressive and open and welcome attitudes towards sex and sexuality. Yep. So he's probably picking up a lot of that. And that will probably tie into a lot of his LARP around being an adult as well, his idea of what an adult should be. You own a house, you get married, and you act certain ways, and you have a job and you have a schedule. So all of these ideas go into what Phil's idea of being an adult should be, and his image of that he's projecting outwards will probably involve sort of like a complete no, we don't talk about this when it comes to sex. So there's probably a fair dose of a lot of other stuff as well, but those are like three main points that I want to touch on, because otherwise I'm going to keep going for hours and hours, and that's why I have recording and editing software elsewhere. So yeah, I just sort of wanted to mention that because it's probably going to come up. It's been really bad during Baldur's Gate 3. There's also several other reasons. In fact, that's a good idea. People in the chat and Sam, Meerkat and ALT, what are your sort of like favorite examples of this? There's Baldur's Gate 3, there's Final Fantasy, the most recent one, is it 16? There's probably a bunch of others that I'm not bringing to mind right now. There's the puerile humor of Lollipop Chainsaw, but I don't think that was as overtly sexual because of the setting of that and the tone and the style of that game. So yeah, what are your favorite examples of Phil being like, when it comes to issues regarding sex and displays of sex in games? I'd love to know, because it's going to help me out with my research as well. So you're all part of my lab test now. You're all contributing to the curse notes. So yeah, let me know. I'm really interested to see what you've come up with. And yeah, I'll see you all later.
Big ups.
I'm going first. To go.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Though.
Sexy
Can't
fridge.
ignore that.
Yeah.
But here's the one. I like this one. Low key doesn't pick hot characters in Street Fighter till the very end. So jury, get that ass banned.
That's
Cammy,
taking
get
it
that
to
ass
an
banned.
There's been, that's the thing. That's the extent this goes to, is like, yeah, he's uncomfortable around sex scenes, but he's also just uncomfortable around, attractive women or scantily clad women and all this. So it's that's how bizarre this is.
He chose Lily because Lily's a girl. Lily's really young, so it's not sexual at all. That's just a young person,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if you're a narcissist and you have like some kind of hang up with sex stuff, like, like you're never going to get it fixed because you can't say you did anything wrong. And that's the hardest thing, is you got to say, like, imagine Phil would never say I need help when he definitely needs to say I need help.
Yeah.
So you just got to be this cool, I'm so tough, dude. Yeah, I went to, we saw today, he said one time, I went to Bed Bath & Beyond. And by the way, when you go there, you got to turn in your masculinity card because, like, Bed Bath & Beyond, it's like, this is things that people that are trying to fight their sexuality say,
Yeah.
What? I don't even see dudes, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, you go over the top the other way, Like, what? I don't even care. Dudes? I don't even have any dude friends. Like, maybe that's what he's doing, I don't even have friends of dudes. That's how heterosexual I am. I don't even have friends of dudes, Like, it's like, there's also kind of, that's too far, man.
As for other examples, like Atomic Heart was the obvious one, but a couple of people have mentioned FF7 as well, which has obviously piqued my interest because I'm a raving fanboy, and big up Square Enix on releasing that demo. I'll be disappearing on February 29th. Sorry, but it's happening. Anyway.
So Sam is literally taking off his legitimate job, and also, that being said, for Final Fantasy. So just keep that in mind, chat.
I do
He cares
have
about
one.
Final Fantasy 7 more than you.
Yeah, I do have one. I don't know if I don't know if I've said I won't do the podcast yet, but
okay. I thought you said that. Yeah.
I've said I'm avoiding Phil, so I might as well. I don't want to watch him play it. Fuck that. But my point was anyway. Nerd Brew said cloud cross dressing, which I've not seen.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know if that was in the more recent playthrough of the OG FF7 or if it came up in the remake. I'm not sure. I'm not going back to check either. But
he was playing the original. Yeah.
Yeah. I've not seen his remake playthrough, and I don't want to. But yeah, also someone before that said about the date in Rebirth as well, because you can date now. They've said you can date anyone, not just Tifa, Aerith. Or...
Oh, you know who he's choosing? He's choosing the fucking the fucking Panther dude, whatever his name, Red.
Either Red or Kate Sith or Kat Shi, however you want to pronounce it. One of those two. But it's you have to. I'm assuming you're gonna have to really try if you want to get one of those.
That's a great poll. All right, let's get our bets in now. Who will he choose for that? Well, you can't do another question of the week. We should save that when we're closer. But I'm preemptively saying he'll probably choose Red because that's like the funniest, I guess.
Yeah.
Even though that's kind of weird too, but I think that would be the one he thinks is the funniest. So who do you think, though, Sam? Now we'll do this poll again when we get closer.
If he could just choose, I think he would say Kate Sith. That's what I think. Okay. But like I say, I think it's going to be really tough, like the OG was to date Barrett. It was quite, you really had to go out of your way.
Yeah, you had to do all kinds of stupid shit, like answer questions correctly and stuff, right?
Things to do it like legitimately, you had to do it pretty much perfectly. The right questions and the right actions and stuff like that. But there's a way you can kind of like trick it a little bit. You can cheese it so that it happens. But yeah, I don't know. In any case, I don't even know if it matters who it is. It's going to be awkward, whatever happens. So yeah.
That's like a very chill date too. Like they just like go to the theme park, basically. How can you make that awkward? But don't worry, he fucking will.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll play it up in this one. Like it's going to be obviously a lot more in depth. But yeah, it's going to be. That's the thing. Like, I just don't want to. I don't want to. Legit, this is the first game I've been like ridiculously excited for in like years. apart from Power World, which I'm really liking at the moment. You know,
really?
But, yeah, I'm
Okay,
loving it.
I wouldn't have guessed you for a Pal World dude. All right.
Obsessed at the moment, yeah. But yeah, I just want to avoid it like the plague because I don't want him to ruin the game. Like I don't want him to ruin it in terms of spoilers, and I don't want him to just ruin my experience of, you know, I don't want to see him play the same thing I've just played and for me to go, oh fuck's sake, you know.
Well, that's the thing. After you play it, we got to get you on WPIG or here, and we can restream Phil doing it. That'll be funny because you were like the master fan. That'll make it funny.
Yeah, well, yeah.
We'll see. That's a long ways away.
We'll see. But yeah, me and at least a couple of guys maybe, or at least one of the guys are going to be hopefully getting together to do something Final Fantasy related. We just want to have like a little round table about it, just to nerd out about it. And I need to get that going actually. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be something we stream or just like talk. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's something else. Anyway.
Yes, let's get a few more in.
Okay.
A few more messages. Do new ones though. Hit him with the new ones. Hit him with the new.
Yeah, proper.
Hit him with get him with whatever. Do like who have we played?
Hang on a second.
Oddly shaped Fred. Nice.
Here we go.
Fred. Wesker in the house.
Here's a recent one. Yeah, Wesker.
Hey, that being said, just a real quick question here. Meerkat had a stream like a week or two ago where he went into the comments on one of Phil's, I believe it was a daily rap, where Phil was asking for feedback. And how long do you think, you know, the Dents were tired of it. They were already saying they were tired of the whinging. And then the next day, Phil did that non-apology. How long do you think this can hold out? Because, I mean, he's been around for 15 fucking years. But, you know, I think even some of his more dedicated Dents are starting to move on. How long do you think this is going to keep happening until, you know, the 1 Minute Mans, the OICs, the Darishes, you know, they just all get tired and move on? Because, I mean, it ain't going to happen forever. And also, the guys, fucking Emergency, dude, he made $4,500 last month. Anyway, let me get off of here before I start ranting about that, man. Phil pisses me off. Big ups, fellas. Steve, get well soon. Meerkat, we miss you on this stream. You guys have a great day.
Oh, super modern style call. So here's the thing. It's going down. There's no doubt about that. In terms of views and stuff, his views are going lower than ever. The downward climb. Like, for example, even in the beginning of 2023, he had 700,000 views a month. Now he's down to 500,000. And that's even last year was a dip of 100,000. Like, it just goes down and down, obviously, as you can see the views. However, the tips are still going in way above what you need to live. And another parachute Phil can pull, and I say that on purpose, is stop playing mobile games. If he stopped playing mobile games, he could have half his income and still be fine. He's not going to do that until he has no other choice, for sure. But I'm just saying he could do that for a long time.
Yeah, the things he could do with that money, it boggles the mind to think about. But yeah, it does.
They could have a separate house in Japan for cat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. God, it's when you really think about it, it's ridiculous. Yeah. You could actually go on that honeymoon like now if you wanted. Yeah,
anytime. She could have the trip of her life in Japan for 1 month, saying no to Sir Hogan. 1 month. If you could put the phone away, you could give your wife the time of her life, brother. Maybe you would even be hanging and banging. Not that you want to do that, but she could be banging someone while you're hanging by yourself.
Yep.
Thinking about Rambo, whatever you want to think about. It's all cool. Speaking of the comments, I just got OP Boone in the house. So you want to hear the conclusion? I love these. All right,
They're brilliant.
So we have a daily wrap of last night. Just a quick conclusion. Not anything crazy. But here we go. With the successful streaming day behind him. It sounds like a kid's book, you know?
Yeah, that's it. That'll do. That's it.
So with the successful day behind him and exciting plans for future streams, Phil looks forward to continued progress and engagement with his audience. Despite financial challenges, He remains optimistic and appreciative of viewer support, eagerly awaiting the next streaming adventure on Friday.
Oh, what?
God damn it. It's awesome.
Unbelievable. It's
But
brilliant.
OP Boon's not a troll. He's donated thousands, I believe. I think someone said that on Piece of Peace Tracker. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
they're not a troll. I mean,
yeah.
if they are, they're insane. But
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. I always forget that that's a thing, and then the rare occasion I actually look at his comments, it's like, oh yes, why do I always forget about this?
I always read it now. It's like that's the hype thing. It's like I don't give a shit what he says, but I want to see his fucking AI.
Yeah, 'cause-
Reflects on various topics, including follow-up discussion about Tekken and future plans for the game. Engages in Q&A sessions, creating a chill and varied podcast atmosphere.
You'd think the AI would learn by now, though, wouldn't you? Like that it can't say varied. It's like I've been saying this every day for the last 2 years or something.
AI's gonna quit. I hope we're creating a chill and varied podcast atmosphere. That's what I want to do. Is create a chill and varied.
Oh man.
Yeah, FGC rant was very good. That FGC rant was intense, and it's just so it's so speaking to his audience only. It's like speaking to June, kind of like he's totally rewriting history. They didn't like that because I was popular on YouTube. They hated you well before you knew what YouTube was, and I've showed it so many times. How many more times can I show it?
Well, in answer to the how long can this go on for thing, it has to keep going because, as we all know, Phil.
I have no idea how the job system works.
Yeah, that was last night. I lost it at the hearing of that. I lost it. I have no idea how the job system works. Oh, yeah, that's true. You got that right, brother. All right, last call.
Right. Yes. Here it is. Ira. Yeah, Ira.
Go for it.
Hey guys, one of the things I wanted to talk about recently was the way that he plays up any sort of physical injuries in a way that makes them seem like a lot worse than they are, and the fact that, like, because he had suffered a physical injury, nobody can make fun of him for it. Most of this is in relation to like the whole thing where he says like, oh, because I had gout, if you make fun of me for it, you're a bad person, but I can make racist jokes and not be a bad person.
That's fine.
And
that's fine.
A lot of the things that he's said he's had over the course of the years really don't add up a lot. One major thing was the fact that he said he burned off half his face in a car accident, whereas I know somebody who actually had 80% of her body burned and was in burn wards for the majority of her adolescence because of it. I also know somebody with cystic fibrosis and who was in and out of hospitals for a large part of her own life as well. And he will play up any minor thing that he has as bad as those things that I just mentioned. But the people that I know who have those make fun of themselves for having it. And he doesn't have a sense of humor about that at all. And I was just kind of thinking of what other sort of minor injuries can he actually make much worse than they are, because of the whole face burning thing. I have a feeling it was just the airbag deploying and hitting his face and giving him a friction burn, because that's what happens. The airbag hits your face, and then it like causes a bit of a friction burn when it hits your face because it's a very abrasive surface. But that's all I really had for today. Thanks for the show, guys. See you later.
Big ups, Ira. Absolutely correct. You did nothing wrong. Today I heard we were covering the chair spin, Sam.
Oh yes.
He said, I better not do a chair spin because I have an ear infection.
Oh,
he was doing 10 spins, dude. 10 spinning 10 times. He said, I can't do it because I have an ear infection.
There we go. That about sums it up.
All right. Why I laughed at that incredibly bad spot because I of course I was I got the drip going, and I said I want to see more OP Boone. So I found another one. Last one of the day. Okay. Okay. So speculation request for viewer support. That's the title of this. This is a level 1 podcast. Okay. So request for viewer support section of the show. We all have those sections,
Oh yeah.
But, it's industry standard. Request for viewer support section. Here we go. Number 1, explanation of financial impact due to fraudulent memberships and reduced income. 2, request for viewer support through tipping during the Super Bowl event. Now here's my favorite. 3, clarification that while support is appreciated, emergency fundraisers won't be organized.
Oh my god, there you
So
go.
official, so official.
Yeah.
God. All right, last thing. End on a high note. Let's end on a high note, Sam. Could
Okay.
you please play this? And I apologize to everyone.
Oh,
This
no.
is the most cringe shit I think I have ever seen. And let's see if you agree with me or not, everyone in chat. Real quick to close us out here today.
Okay.
Let me make sure it's the right one. I don't want to. I think I timestamped it.
Let's see what this is then. Here we go.
Oh, no, not that one, not that one.
The chair spin, yeah.
Okay.
Not that one, not that one.
That's
This
part
one.
of his research. Oh, okay.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
I got it.
just
There we go.
sitting here,
Here we go. Here we got it.
eagerly
Got it. Got it.
awaiting.
Got it. Got it. Sorry about that. Fundraisers will not be organized, guys. There you go.
ALTs.
Timestamp. Ready for action. Ready for
Sending
action.
over the link to me now. The link will be coming through in just a moment.
Thank you, Derek. How's it going, Derek? Hey, what's up, Jade? Nice to
Where
see
is
you,
it?
Jade. I sent it to. Oh, wrong place. I'm a pro.
Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Right. Here we are. Okay, right, I just saw like 2 seconds of it. Right, okay, here we go.
Dude. Okay,
Right,
watch
here we
that
go.
top corner, boys.
Here we go. Right.
Rageathon.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My chair squeaking. 9, 10. Oh shit, it's going by itself. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Whoa. The room's still spinning.
Oh my god.
The room's still spinning. Did you guys hear the squeak from the chair? Oh man. All right.
And that was the
God.
most interesting thing that happened that stream.
Oh God. The cringe is off. You can't handle it. You can't live through that.
Oh.
You cannot live through that. Oh, the room's still spinning. Oh.
He's not a clown though. He's not a children's entertainer.
And then the best part is, he said later, it's something stupid. I'm not doing that anymore. It was stupid. Okay, and then he said later, it was Cat's idea.
Oh,
He
come
says
on.
it was stupid and then says, oh, it was Cat's idea. Cool.
There we go.
Very
Yep.
cool guy. Hey, Jude the King, fair and balanced. That's what we're looking for, brother. Make it happen.
It sounds about
That'll do
right.
it. We'll see you Sunday, everybody. What a show it's been. Had a lot of fun. Hope you did too. Don't close the questions. I got to copy and paste them.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, you got them? Can you
Still got
copy them? You're on charge of that.
There's that fucking many of them, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, I see a few I like.
Okay.
I'll read a few. We got 2 minutes left here.
Go on then.
The Connecticut car crashes. I'm just randomly, I'm not going to call out your name. I'm just going crazy reading them. The Charleston Chicky Chang Wangs.
is that Super Chuffer by any chance?
No, it is not.
Oh,
I would have
okay.
guessed it. That's Trevor. We have the Connecticut Mall Creepers. Classic. The Seattle Seaman Shooters. Straight beans. I like that. And one more is going to be the Dent City Dashers. The criteria, by the way, is just funniest. Like, it doesn't have to be cool, but yeah. Oh, the Boston Red Sox with SOK socks. Now that's creative.
Very good. Very
Nice
good.
sounding weapons. Very creative. All right. What we're going to do, all of us are going to choose one of those, and then we're going to make one of our own. Bracket style Sunday, Super Bowl hype. And of course, we're going to cover the entire Super Bowl stupidness that it is. But
Oh, it's going to be good.
that'll do it.
So-
What a show. A lot of fun. I didn't shout out 2 people here. Chest High Wall says, randomly opened YouTube and saw you just saying hi. Hey, what's up? Nice to see you. Yona Hall says, Phil is never going to stop because the feeling of taking someone's money for begging is the one only meaningful thing in his life. I think, little caveat to that, I think being in distress is his only meaningful thing in life, kind of. Like, Feigning distress is what he's addicted to. But who knows? Anyways, let's get out of here.
Yes,
Sam, what's your Super Bowl prediction? 49ers or Chiefs? I know you know everything about football, so this will be very educated. Go ahead.
Chiefs. They're
There you go.
nailed on
Chiefs.
winners. Yeah.
Lock it down. All right, guys. We'll see you.
Do that. Yeah, so that's burger, I suppose.
Burgers?
Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats 'cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were a queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it. I would be drinking constantly all the time because I was so stressed out. I honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like I'm happy with who I am. I do like pickles on a burger as well. That's correct. They don't always have to be on a burger, but pickles on a burger are pretty good.